Sauble Speedway. Brought to you in part by Molson Export.
Week, I'm your host, Steve Young. Coming up in the next half hour, we will take you trackside and show you highlights from the street stock, Mod 4s, Challengers, and late models. In our driver profile segment, the Pootz Racing Team, a team that has rebuilt their car after the opening weekend of racing at Sauble Speedway. The Demolition Derby is also on the show, as well as the latest from the NASCAR circuit. Driver profile in the spotlight, the Pootz Racing Team. On the first weekend of racing at Sauble Speedway, the Victoria Day weekend, saw the Brewster's street stock number 66 was ready and raring to go. But when driver Ken Pootz came off turn 4 and dropped a hammer down on the front stretch during a heat race, he knew this would be his last trip around the track for a while because the throttle had stuck wide open. This is what occurred. Ken was able to walk away from the wreckage, but his crew had to rebuild the car. Well, they've done just that. The Pootz Racing Team talked with Jim Irvin about the fun they have on the track at Sauble Speedway.
Well, one of the biggest changes we noticed is Bruce threw some cement at both ends of this track. Years back, if the throttle had stuck, we would have gone over the end. We wouldn't have had a lick of damage on the car. They might have found us halfway in Chesley Lake before we got her stopped, but we'd have been able to drive her back.
Tim, you were talking earlier as far as safety in these cars. Do you feel that the safety requirements are too stringent?
Oh, no, I think they're really good. Our car, we hit the wall a ton there, and, you know, if Sauble Speedway wasn't as picky as they are with the rules and being safe, safety is number one with Sauble Speedway, as far as I'm concerned. You know, Kenny could have been hurt in that car, and with the safety rules the way they have them, you know, I think that's, Kenny just walked away from the car, as simple as that.
It's an unusual set of circumstances here for the Pootz Racing Team. We've got Ken Pootz, who drives the car sometimes in the heat, sometimes in the feature. Gary drives it, flipping with Ken every night, and Tim here racing in the mechanics races. How does it feel alternating as the race night goes on, Gary?
Actually, it's great. I'll take the car for a few laps, and I can tell how if it's loose or pushing. Kenny can take it for a few laps and see if he agrees what we should be doing, how we should be setting it up. And actually, it works out very, very well.
Tim, what's it been like driving out in the mechanics races? I know we've had several this year.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. I don't always... the brothers let me take out the car anytime I want or race it whenever I want. I don't have the money in it, so I just take the mechanics race and have a good time with it. And it's a lot of fun, that's for sure.
And the Pootz family, they have a lot of fun racing here at Sauble Speedway, and it goes back a long way, Ken.
We started coming to the track as kids I believe in the late 60s when the track started as dirt, and I don't think we've missed too many weekends since. We were watched for quite a few years and got involved in about 1978 with the car and ran till about 82, so we've been here a lot.
And Gary, you were mentioning earlier that you were here at the very first race that Sauble Speedway ever had back in 1968.
Yep, it was the absolute first race. My dad dropped us off at the gate, and we sat through the whole thing, and as Kenny said, I don't think we've missed many weekends since then.
What's it like racing here? The street stocker division is very competitive, and every week it keeps on getting stronger and stronger. Do you have a tough time competing out there?
It felt pretty good coming right back again. Well, you're absolutely right. It is very competitive. Every week there seems to be a different winner. But on the whole, it really didn't feel that much different from our hiatus. When we came back from hiatus, it went very well.
Gary, what's your plans for the future as far as the street stocker division? Do you think you'll stay here, or do you think you'll move on?
At the present, I think we'll stay here. I have to give a special thanks to our wives for allowing us to do this, because it does take an awful lot of time. Maybe some of the people out in the stands don't realize the time that it does take. All three of us have a young family, and we try to devote as much time with the family as we do with the car. So at present, it's working out real well for us.